You know that feeling. That moment when the alarm screams and instead of springing up, you pull the covers tighter. That time you opened your laptop to work and an hour later you're down a rabbit hole of videos, the document's still blank. The evening you promised yourself you'd go to the gym, but you're on the couch, scrolling, a hollow ache in your chest telling you this isn't what you wanted. And the voice in your head, it whispers, "Why can't you just get it together? What's wrong with you? You're so lazy." We've been taught to call it weakness, a lack of willpower, a character flaw. But what if that's a lie? What if the truth is far more fascinating and ultimately far more liberating? You are not weak. Your brain was hijacked. Think about it. You are the descendant of survivors. Your ancestors outran predators, endured famines, built civilizations from scratch. That genetic lineage, that raw capacity for focus, grit, and endurance is inside you. The hardware is not defective. So why does it feel so hard to do the simplest things? Because your brain, this magnificent 3-pound universe, has a very old operating system with some very new bugs. It was built for a world of immediate physical threats and tangible rewards. See a lion? Run. Find ripe berries? Eat them now. Your brain's ancient reward circuit, run by a neurotransmitter called dopamine, is designed for this. Motivate action towards survival. Dopamine is not about pleasure, it's about anticipation, the pursuit. It's the chemical that made our ancestors hunt, explore, and seek. Now, fast forward to today. That same neural circuitry is being bombarded by signals it was never meant to process. A ping from a social media app isn't a matter of survival, but to your brain it mimics the unpredictability of finding food in the wild. A streaming service with infinite episodes exploits our instinct for novelty. A news cycle feeds on our bias toward threat detection. A sugary snack hijacks a reward pathway designed for scarce calories. This isn't just distraction. This is a systematic, sophisticated hijacking of your motivational architecture. The very mechanism that was supposed to drive you toward meaningful goals, building a skill, nurturing a relationship, creating something, is being siphoned off, drip, by engineered experiences that offer the illusion of reward without the substance. So, when you struggle to start a project, it's not that you don't care, it's that your brain's go signal has been depleted by 1,000 micro-choices it never consciously made. The endless scroll offered a predictable, low-effort dopamine hit. The hard work offers a distant, uncertain one. Your brain, wired for efficiency, tragically chooses the former. It's not you being weak, it's a hijacked system defaulting to the path of least resistance. Then there's the stress, another ancient system gone awry. The amygdala, your brain's alarm bell, was meant for short, sharp emergencies. But modern life, financial worry, social pressure, global uncertainty, keeps that alarm ringing on low, constantly. Chronic stress floods your system with cortisol, which literally weakens the prefrontal cortex. That's your brain's CEO, the part responsible for focus, decision-making, and, yes, willpower. So, under constant low-grade stress, the part of you that can say no to the distraction and yes to the difficult thing is biologically impaired. The hijackers have disabled the command center. And let's talk about the voice, that inner critic that shames you for being weak. That, too, is often a hijacking. Early experiences, societal messages, past failures, they can install a kind of malicious software that runs in the background, constantly undermining your own operations. It mistakes the hijack's effects for your core self. So, here you are, with a brain that's exhausted its dopamine on trivial pursuits, a stress response that's sabotaging your executive function, and a critical inner voice blaming you for the fallout. Of course you feel stuck. It would be a miracle if you didn't. But this is where the power shifts. Because if it's a hijacking, then you can initiate a counter-operation. You can take back control. Not through sheer brutal force of will, that's trying to fight the hijackers with a system that's already compromised, but through understanding, strategy, and rewiring. Step 1 is radical awareness. Just noticing the hijack in real time. The urge to pick up the phone. The hollow feeling that seeks a snack. The anxiety that demands a distraction. See it not as you, but as a signal, a sign that your brain is being pulled toward an engineered shortcut. Name it. Ah, there's the infinite scroll hijack. There's the stress avoidance hijack. This simple act of labeling creates a sliver of space between the impulse and the action. In that space, your true self can intervene. Step 2 is environmental engineering. You don't fight a hijacker by sitting in the cockpit with them and trying to outmuscle them. You change the cockpit. Make the distractions harder to access. Put your phone in another room. Use website blockers. Make the meaningful work easier to start. Put your running shoes by the bed. Leave your project open on your desktop. You are removing the hijacker's tools and laying out your own. Step 3 is to retrain the reward system. You must prove to your brain that real-world effort pays better dividends than the digital illusion. This means deliberately creating tangible, meaningful rewards. You work for 25 minutes, then you step outside and feel the sun on your face, a real sensory reward. You finish a difficult task and you take a real walk, listening to the birds, not a podcast. You are showing your brain that focus leads to genuine, nourishing states of being. The dopamine will begin to reassociate itself with these actions. Step 4 is to regulate the stress system. You have to quiet the false alarm. This isn't about luxury, it's about necessity. Deep, rhythmic breathing, a walk in nature, 10 minutes of quiet. These are not breaks from productivity, they are repairs to the prefrontal cortex. They are you clearing the smoke from the command center so you can see the controls again. And step 5 is the most profound. Rewrite the inner narrative. When you fail, when you fall into an old pattern, you must speak to yourself not with the voice of the hijacker of contempt, but with the voice of a systems analyst. Interesting. The stress hijack triggered a scroll response. What did I need in that moment? How can I support the system better next time? This is self-compassion as a strategic tool. It's shutting down the malicious software of shame that only serves to keep you vulnerable to the next hijack. You are not weak. You are a modern human navigating an environment that was deliberately and often maliciously designed to capture your attention and exploit your instincts. The very fact that you feel this conflict, the deep desire to do better, to be more, against the pull of inertia, is proof that your core self, that resilient descendant of survivors, is still intact. It is still fighting. It's sending up flares of dissatisfaction. That feeling is not your enemy. It's your authentic self, trying to be heard over the noise of the hijack. The path forward isn't about becoming a different person. It's about becoming a guardian of your own mind. It's about learning the tactics of the hijackers so you can disarm them. It's slowly, patiently redirecting your brain's incredible power back toward the life you actually want to build. One conscious breath at a time, you reset the stress response. One protected hour of focus at a time, you retrain the reward circuit. One kind word to yourself at a time, you overwrite the critical voice. You are not building willpower from scratch. You are reclaiming it. You are evicting the squatters and moving back into your own home. The lights are back on. You're at the controls. And the journey, your real journey, is just beginning. So, what's one small, tangible reward you can give your brain today after a moment of real focus? A quiet cup of tea? A look at the sky? Share your ideas in the comments to inspire the community. For more strategies to rewire your habits and protect your attention, like this video if it helped, share it to spread the message, and subscribe to Better You Daily. Let's build better brains together every single day.